Yo, morning guys, or night. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is a psychiatric, self-therapeutic, multimedia project to solve the problems, challenges, and obstacles in our lives, as well as a self-improvement process to reach the highest goals and ambitions that we have set for ourselves, as well as those we care around us. If you'd like a brief introduction, a brief summary as to how we break down the Ahn Rho Project into domains of life, sub-series, analogies, and so on and so forth, including the live streaming schedule, the phases of the live stream, the media content, as well as the copyright-free music, you can find that all you can check it out on the previous live streams for past 3.5 years, straight up to January 2021 and beyond for more updated versions. That being said, let's dive into the second segment of the live stream. Usually about 11 segments per live stream, grouped into 3 different phases and spread across a 15-minute live stream. So it won't take too much of your time, but I will say that 2 things before we dive into the second segment, or part of the second segment, is that first of all, it's a solve 5.5 override. I'm gonna lower the volume. It means this is a system override version 5.5. We can restructure any sequence, any order of the segments through the live stream, reordering them as we so please, depending on the goals that we set for ourselves. And so, for example, I would like to say that, the main rule here is that I can break all rules. I can defy all the rules within the system so long as I meet the objectives I've set for myself. So it's a rule that says to break all rules. Kind of meta, kind of cliche. Our second thing I want to mention is that aside from the solve 5.5 override, I also want to mention, of course, you could just originally skip ahead in the future any introductions. Even this shortened version, you can skip ahead by 2 minutes if you're watching as a VOD or on Twitch or as a video. You can just fast forward by 2 minutes and then you'll skip all introductory bit. So that being said, let's just dive into the content now. So what you see is what you get. You take a look on screen. There's some very few media assets that I want to cover, and that's great because I just want to get physical in the stream. There's a lot. It's going to be a largely phase 3 live stream. Phase 2, of course, is what you can see here. Just a few things. You see some philosophical stuff, education. We have, so therefore that's also got to do with media assets, but we have some photography as well, the before or the intermediary snapshot of the times bag and things that I need to put away, give back to my guardians and stuff like that, as well as the media assets like voice recording and the live streams that are part of the extension of the Ahn Rho project itself. So that's not very much. This is the thumbnail. I'm gonna get rid of it now and pull up. Let's just pull up on segment 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the 5 phases of phase 2. I mean, for 5 segments of phase 2. Phase segment 4 and 5. So this is the recording right here. You can see on the other phone the device that records sort of my general interactions with people. I would like to say that it was a particularly not a great day. It was kind of tense between me and a lot of people at the workplace because of my trust issues, my hypervigilance. I have CPTSD. I've finally gone through the denial phase and accepted, okay, I'm pretty fucked up. Okay, more so than I had believed. I would never have, but it's true. Okay, it turns out that is the case. And in fact, yes, my both of my parents, one of them is a narcissistic NPD, grandiose. The other one is not disorder, but exhibits behaviors of covert narcissist. So, and then of course, just everything manifested out. And I've gone through all this and said, domestic raps. I did live stream on that. We managed to resolve the majority of domestic issues. I became the marriage counselor psychotherapist. I became my own patient, and they were my patients. And I had to fulfill the role of my grandparents on both sides, maternal and paternal. Work through that, all that kind of jazz, and health, finances, employment, business, and then gambling, debt, anger management, domestic violence, all that kind of shit. Like oh man, chaos. That's just crazy. That's over with. I've been looking forward to this for almost 3 decades of my life, man. I've been from the moment I was born. They made sure to never let me free myself from the thought that yes, I'm a mistake. What a thing to have your own kid believe in. All right. So, anyways, the point is, yesterday was kind of like an day. It was kind of like meh. All these trust issues manifested in the workplace, and I just don't get along with my colleagues. That's the whole point of this recording here. To show gratitude for the people that I'm going to lose now. I'm going to lose. I resigned. But, yesterday it was the one shining light at the end of the tunnel. The owner of the business, such a family-oriented guy, PB, just fantastic. And we finally hit it off well. I asked him how his father's doing, and it's a difficult time for him right now, just like it was a difficult time for me, trying to take care of my biological mother who abused me, and now I'm trying to save her life, and now I brought her out. It's just like, nah, so it was just ugly, messy. So that was a shining light. I actually got to, we were always off for the past 3.5 years. I could never get in touch with PB in a normal conversation, but now, for the first time in 3.5 years, with the literal, you could say like the CEO, but the owner of this family-run business, finally, we clicked. You clicked. That was good. That was good. Asked him how his son is doing. How's yeah, man. And he's going through a rough time right now. His whole family is. I wish them well. And let's see what I can do in the future if I can. All right. Okay, that's a lot. That was clearly something that really important to me. So that's recordings, but also the live stream title. You see, kitchenware, bag, kitchenware, kitchenware. It took one goddamn week to get to this point. So we're gonna get to that. That's going to be in about 2-3 minutes very soon. So let's get rid of segment 4 and 5. Segment 6, these media assets, School of Life London, as well as Store Reflections, Copyright Notice, not my shit, not my stuff. Head over to Instagram. Again, big shout out to Store Reflections, School of Life London, because Stoicism, philosophy, military strategic philosophy, intense psychotherapy, and neuroscience, these things play a very, they're like they're like my mother, my figurative mother and father, the platonic conceptual mother and father that I sought out as a kid. So that's philosophy and psychology raised me as an individual, and I sought them out. So here I would rather have questions that can't be answered than questions that can't be questioned, and answers that can't be questioned. That's just kind of obvious, right? Think of doctrines. But that's by Richard Feynman. I love that. Okay. School of Life London. What do you most regret so far? And then of course there are comments and some replies to that. Is like, that's not really a question you should really be asking. But then again, couple that to the quote on the right hand side. It's supposed to be asked. Is the questions, even bad questions, should be asked. So in this case, what do you regret most? Well, the proper answer should be that you shouldn't regret anything that you do, so long as you tried your very best. But that's that. So that's philosophy for today. Let's move on to the side now. Let's cover the photography. So now, all right. So I'm gonna start minimizing these things now, and you can see, like I said, the dental equipment. This is stuff I covered in yesterday's live stream. This is the beforehand. This is the before snapshots. You can see the toothpaste, you can see the gum, and so on and so forth. Also some souvenir items. We have this Times bag right here, the university containers and stuff like that. The inside Times bag, utensils. So I'm gonna minimize some of these because I need to show on the right or left hand side what it really looks like on the side in physicality. So let's get rid of some of these, and I just want to drop these down to the side here. And okay, let's get started with phase 3. I want to say, before that, in phase 2 segment 8 should be this kind of stuff here. We're documenting fitness and sleep cycles. So I obviously, today is a really wonky day. It's 1:30 a.m. at night. I basically just continuing on from the previous day, came home from work, couldn't get to sleep really bad because I came back, and once again my biological father, who I'm still uncomfortable around, he's not at work, he was here, and that just totally threw me off. Alright, so I come back from work, and it's kind of day. Alright, whatever, so fitness, I binge ate, and it's not good, bad, it's not sleeping well, not taking a shit. Alright, let's get up. All right, phase 3 now. Phase 3 is region D1, this is region D4, and we're gonna switch aside A9, A8, and B1. The main things we gotta highlight here. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out these items to the bottom just so you can highlight them in some sort of order. I have I have like 5 minutes. Shit, can we get that all done? So let's start with A78. Very quickly here, we just have some trash or garbage. Here's the thing that pins on the inside, hairpins and stuff used to stitch up the holes between the pants. It's all in here, bagged inside a bag right here, bagged inside a bag, nice. But here's some Bacocardi that I showed yesterday. It's finished. I binge ate on this, so it's trash. Leave it here. Speaking in region D1, I'm gonna move it up here. Just have some space, right, horizontal, and then I'm gonna put this garbage stuff right here. Take it out to the trash. Again, the Purex has to be recycled as well. Move back here to the side. We can wrap up here almost completely by saying that there's some. This I actually clipped my nails, so I got something productive done today. So great when I came back from work, and that was actually paired with this piece of paper at the backdrop, which disgusting nails and stuff like that. Clipped it, tossed the trash. That's just a chore thing. So we're done A7, A8. Let's move to region B1 and B5. B1 here. Quickly, once again, we binge ate on what? We ate these like cheese crackers, jalapeno crackers, and this espresso cookies. Again, trash. What I need to do is take out the plastic from the inside. So just like that. So you see the plastic on the inside, right? And then put this and scrunch it up, put it inside, so bag within a bag within a bag, and then flatten the boxes, and then put those flattened boxes within boxes and take it to recycling litter. Okay, so B1's done. Up top, let's go to B5. I have some stuff I want to give my brother. So this is the stuff here, like I said, I showed on photograph right there. You can see, in fact, on the very bottom right hand side, like I said, let's minimize this. You can see the floss, right? So there's a good chance I may or may not use this, depending. I might give this to my brother, but basically it's dental floss I received like 5, 7, 9 years ago from my dentist. And if I give it to him, I'll probably give him this package. I'll put the dental floss inside this package, zip it up, and then give it over to him. That's that. So let's just kind of leave this here for a second. Move over here to the side. You know what? If we really are gonna do that, I'm just gonna leave it here like this. Back to this side over here, all the groceries. Like I said, it was in region B3 yesterday's live stream. It's over here now, the luggage bag, and I forgot to mention how stupid am I to forget that the Bacocardi, which I finished eating, including this mini samosa, is supposed to move over here to region A5, because that's where the kind of snack food, kind of like small packages belongs. Easy. And then the rest, I gotta take this cake and this prebiotic bread and go downstairs. Also, forgot to mention this, really stupid of me to not do this, but this kind of plastic, like, all the food here doesn't belong in the luggage bag, it belongs over here. So I'm supposed to place it over here instead, and actually maybe I'll bring it downstairs later on. I have a minute left, shit. And then of course this is stuff I have to go downstairs with, the prebiotic bread and the marble cake. Now I want to mention very briefly in here, this is supposed to be finished with. So we have all these utensils here. I can finish it. So we have this, first of all, some disgusting Q-tips and some balloons. So I can say this is all trash now. I don't see any reason to. I can put this inside that bag and then toss it trash. We have also these towels here. I'm not exactly sure what to do. Maybe leave it here next to B1 because it's like towels absorbent. Minute left. We got this Mayfield's cookies. So once again, inside it's just bag of black pepper that I used to take from McDonald's and stuff like that. So this is university days, so it's like 10 decades, so I could probably toss this away. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe we'll give it to my brother. Last but not least, inside here, kitchenware, right? I said kitchenware in the live stream. I didn't mean this kind of stuff, but I meant the stuff downstairs in region H, but in the kitchen, but that's too bad. We got 30 seconds left. So these black chopsticks I received from our Chinese. It's like an on-campus kind of thing when I was living on res and off-campus. So I'll keep these, use them. But something I want to mention very briefly. 4 of these come from my landlord at the time. I was in 3rd year, 4th year, and then I'm gonna basically give these to my brother. And then 4 of these here, knives and spoons and forks, come from my guardian, so class 2. I'll keep 2 as souvenirs and give return 2, and that's it. So then I can finish this bag, and I'll go in live stream, give it away to my brother, and or return it to my guardian. So this is Ahn signing out. Ciao. Wow.